And I will come back to inflammation to show you how we stop it. So those lipid mediators I talked about, omega-6s and 3s, are really important in determining whether or not you have chronic inflammatory stress. If you get hit by a challenge, then your immune cells in the area will shed exosomes. These are little particles. We used to know them as cell dust, which contain mRNA, they contain proteins, they contain enzymes, all kinds of biological information. And if you have a high 6:3 ratio, they will contain a lot of these enzymes called matrix metalloproteases that are really, really destructive. They destroy healthy tissue, which is why a healthy diet will not only give you the right 6:3 ratio, it'll also give you the right amount of polyphenols, which are really important in keeping these enzymes in check. And this is where we've gone wrong with our ultra-processed diet, because it gives us a very high 6:3 ratio, which means that the first part of this inflammatory sequence is overheating. The ultra-processed diet then removes the polyphenols. So the second phase of this cascade is overheating. So we have chronic inflammatory stress. We're releasing these matrix metalloproteases into the tissues, and they break down the extracellular matrix, which is a three-dimensional mesh of microfibers that occupies every cubic micrometer of your body, holding all your cells together in the correct alignment so that they can communicate with each other and coordinate and function collectively. And if in case you're wondering, these fibers include many, many different types of collagen, but they also include many other fiber types, such as elastin, laminectin, proteoglycans, glycosaminoglycans. There's over 300 different fiber types. They all have different functions and properties, and this is an organ system in its own right, one of the more recently discovered ones. It's really important. But the matrix metalloproteases dissolve all of them. What effect does that have? Well, you know these enzymes because they are the same enzymes that are released by the so-called flesh-eating bacteria. And if you're unlucky enough to be infected by one of those and you don't have access to antibiotics, they dissolve everything. You fall apart. They dissolve skin, ligaments, bone, cartilage, everything. It is those same enzymes produced in smaller amounts, trickling into the tissues over the years, that contribute to the progressive loss of healthy tissue that is at the core of chronic degenerative disease. Here are the people who are killing you, all those nice, friendly household names, and they produce these ultra-processed foods. If you just eat a few of these every now and then, you'll be fine. To eat too many of them for too long, and it will make you sick, and it will kill you because they've done some terrible things to the overall diet. This is a diet that has a very high 6:3 ratio and almost very few polyphenols. So two very important anti-inflammatory and protective nutrients have gone. They take away the prebiotics as well, so you have dysbiosis. They take away these compounds for other reasons, which means your innate immune system can't work, so you have more lingering infection and you're more vulnerable to infection, so more inflammation. And they replace these healthy compounds with other compounds produced in industrial food processing, which actually cause chronic inflammation. So here in a nutshell is why everybody has chronic inflammation, dysbiosis, and glycemic mismatch, because these foods are full of sugars and digestible carbohydrates, and they give you the wrong electrolytes as well. So when you have chronic inflammation and you're then exposed to too much sodium and not enough magnesium and potassium, your blood vessels constrict, your blood pressure goes up, your airways constrict, your asthma gets worse. It's a long litany. All of this is bad news. This is a diet that will make you sick and will kill you.